Welcome to Become Third Year Student, Semester 6, Shivaji, Kolhapur. We are going to discuss the multiple choice question on Advanced Accountancy Taxation as per CBCS pattern, introduced from June 2020. Units are covered: basic concepts, exemption and deduction from total income, income from salary, income from house property, income from business profession, income from capital gains, income from other sources, computation of gross total income and tax liability in respect of individual only, basic of a GST. Question 1. The Income Tax Act dash provide the mechanism for the computation of taxable income of a person. Here, the Income Tax Act 1961 provide the mechanism for the computation of taxable income of a person. Option B is correct one. Question 2. The Income Tax Act 1961 come into force from 1st April dash. It comes into force from 1962. Option C is correct one. Question 3. Dash is a compulsory payment to government by the public. Here, a tax is a compulsory payment to the government by public. Option A is correct one. Question 4. Dash is important source of revenue to the government. Here, income tax is important source of revenue to the government. Option A is correct one. Question 5. Income tax is taxed at the rate prescribed in the dash of the year. Is a finance act of the year. See in answers. Option A is correct one. Question 6. Income tax is a dash tax. It is a direct tax. Option B is correct one. Question 7. Types of taxes includes. Options are given: direct tax, indirect tax, composite tax, A and B. Here A and B is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 8. Types of direct taxes includes income tax, wealth tax, gift tax, and all of the above. Here all of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 9. Any person who is liable to pay tax or any other sum under the Income Tax Act 1961 is called as a assessee. Here option B is correct one. Question 10. Section 231 of the Income Tax Act, which of the following is not included in a person? Options are given: an individual, HUF, a firm, company, AOP or BOI. Here all of these are included in person. Here answer is none of the above. Option D is correct one. Question 11. The income earned by assessee in any year is assessed to tax during the immediate succeeding the finance year is called as a assessment year. Option A is correct one. Question 12. Previous year is also called as. Options are given: finance year, accounting year, income year, and all of the above. Here all of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 13. In case of newly set up business, the previous year may be of a less than 12 months period. Here option C is correct one. Question 14. Income earned in the previous year is brought to tax in the assessment year. See in answers. Option B is correct one. Question 15. Assessment year is also called as. Options are given: income tax year, accounting year, finance year, previous year. Here assessment year is called as a income tax year. Option A is correct one. Question 16. For the accounting year commencing from 1st April 2020, its assessment year is a dash. It will be 2021-22. Option C is correct one. Question 17. The income tax rates are determined by. Options are given: Income Tax Act 1961, Annual Finance Bill, A and B, none of the above. Here income tax rates are determined by Annual Finance Bill. Option B is correct one. Question 18. Which of the following is included as a capital assets? Options are given: stock in trade, agricultural land which is not situated in urban area, personal effects, and none of the above. Here stock in trade, agricultural land, personal effects are not included as capital assets. Therefore none of these answer is correct one. Option D is correct one. Question 19. If a financial assets is held for more than dash months, it becomes a long-term capital assets. Here a financial asset is held for more than 12 months, it becomes a long-term capital assets. Option C is correct one. Question 20. Which of the following is aggregate income? Options are given: income from forest trees which is of a natural growth, income from stone quarries, income from supply of water for irrigation purposes, any rent from agricultural land which is situated in India and used for aggregation purpose. Here, first three options are non-aggregation incomes. Only last option, any rent from agricultural land which is situated in India and used for aggregation purpose is aggregation income. Here, option D is correct one. Question 21. Aggregation income in India is options are given: fully exempt from tax, deductible under Chapter 6A, fully taxable, and option D, added with non-aggregation income for determining rate of tax only. Here, option D is correct one. Aggregation income is added with non-aggregation income for determining the rate of tax only. Option D is correct one. Question 22. Mr. Prashant and his family is a Hindu undivided family. Option A is correct one. Question 23. Salary of partner of a firm engaged in agriculture is a salary income. Option A is correct one. Question 24. A person who is resident in India having income from a land in Japan is a taxable. Option C is correct one. Question 25. Share of profit from partnership firm is dash in the hands of partner. It's not taxable in the hands of partner. Option B is correct one. Question 26. PAN means a permanent account number. Option B is correct one. Question 27. TAN means a tax collection account number. Option A is correct one. Question 28. The basic charge of an income under the Income Tax Act depends upon dash of a person. It's depends upon residential status of a person. See in answers. Option C is correct one. Question 29. An individual and HUF can be, options are given: a resident and ordinary resident, a resident and not ordinary resident, non-resident, any of the above. Here, any of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 30. Other than individual and HUF can be a resident, non-resident, A or B, none of the above. Here, A or B is correct answer. Option C is correct one. Question 31. An individual becomes a resident in India in any previous year if he satisfies the basic conditions. Options are given: he is in India for a period of 182 days or more during the previous year. He is in India for a period of 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during the 4 years preceding the previous year. Option C, A and B, and option D, A or B. To become a resident, here any of the basic conditions has to satisfy. Therefore, A or B is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 32. For individual becomes a resident but ordinary resident, he has to satisfy additional conditions as options are given: he has been resident in India at least 2 out of 10 previous year immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Option second, he has been in India for a period of 730 days or more during the 7 years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Option C, A and B, and option D, A or B. Here, assessee should have satisfied both conditions to become a resident and ordinary resident. Therefore, option C is correct one. Question 33. Mr. Ramchandra, the citizen of India, left for Japan on 15th October 2019 and returned to India after 31st March 2020. His resident status is here Ramchandra is a citizen of India, left for Japan on 15th October. It means before that one day he stay in India. Just we have to count the number of days in India from 1st April to 15th October. The number of days he stay in India. For April, it's 30, May 31, June 30, July 31, August 31, September 30, and October 15. Just we have to make additions. It's come 198 days. His stay in India is 198. To become an Indian resident as a resident status, he must be stay in India at least 182 days. But here, Mr. Ramchandra stay in India is 198 days. Therefore, he is a resident in India. Therefore, option A is correct one. Question 34. Mr. John of America comes to India since 2005 every year and stay in India for 120 days. His residential status for the assessment year 2020-21 is here for non-citizen to become a resident in India, he must stay in India at least 60 days during the previous year and 365 days during the 4 years preceding the previous year. Here Mr. John stay in India 120 days in the previous year and also 480 days. It means 120 into 4 in the 4 years preceding the previous year. Thus he satisfied one of the basic conditions. He also satisfied both additional conditions as he is resident in India at least 2 out of 10 previous year and his stay in India at least 730 days during the 7 years preceding the previous year. Thus Mr. John is a resident and ordinary resident. Here option A is correct one. Question 35. Every Indian company is considered as a resident. Option A is correct one. Question 36. In order to be a resident in India for non-citizen assessee, the minimum stay in India should be a days. It should be a 60 days. Option D is correct one. Question 37. A company is formed in America but wholly managed and controlled from India is treated as a resident. Option B is correct one. Question 38. An HUF will be considered as a resident in India if control and management of its affairs is even partly in India. Option B is correct one. Question 39. The incidence of tax of an assessee depends on his dash. It depends on a residential status. Option A is correct one. Question 40. Residential status of an assessee can be, options are given, different for same assessment year, different for different assessment year, A and B, none of the above. Here, different from different assessment year, option B is correct one. Question 41. Incomes earned abroad in the past but brought in India during the previous year are taxable for. Options are given, resident, resident but ordinary resident, non-resident, none of the above. Here, none of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Income earned from business in Delhi, which is wholly controlled from Japan, is chargeable to tax in case of. Options are given, resident and ordinary resident, not ordinary resident, non-resident, and all of the above. Here, all of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 43. A person who is resident is chargeable to tax on a dash. Options are given, all income, only on foreign income, only on income received in India, none of the above. Here, a resident is chargeable tax on all income. Option A is correct one. Question 44. Section dash of the Income Tax Act 1961 deals with incomes exempt from tax. Here, Section 10 of the Income Tax Act deals with the incomes exempt from tax. Option A is correct one. Question 45. Section 10(3) of the Income Tax Act, the casual income is exempt from tax maximum up to rupees dash. Here, it is exempt from tax maximum up to rupees 5,000. Option C is correct one. Question 46. Tax-free incomes are classified as, options are given, tax-free in a special cases, tax-free in case of salary earners, tax-free for certain bodies and institutions, and all of the above. Here, all of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 47. Which of the following is not tax-free income? Options are given, share of profit from partnership firm, compensation in respect of disaster, scholarship for education, none of the above. Here, first three incomes are tax-free. Therefore, none of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 48. Section 10(32) of the Income Tax Act, the income of minor child is exempt from tax maximum up to rupees dash. It is exempt from tax maximum up to rupees 1,500. Option B is correct one. Question 49. Section 10(34) of the Income Tax Act, which of the following income is not exempt from tax? Options are given, award and reward, dividend from domestic companies, interest on a bank deposit, income from units of mutual fund. Here, interest on bank deposit is a income which is not tax-free, which is not exempt from tax. Therefore, option C is correct one. Question 50. Section 10(1) of the Income Tax Act, agriculture income is exempt from tax, but if the agriculture income exceeds rupees dash dash, it is to be added in a non-aggregate income to determine the rate of tax. Here, agriculture income exceeds rupees 5,000, it is to be added in non-aggregate income. Option C is correct one. Question 51. Mr. Pratap Rao is a resident in India, having agriculture income from land situated in Japan. His agriculture income is here only agriculture income in India is exempt from tax. Agriculture income from outside India is taxable. Therefore, option A is correct one. Question 52. Which of the following income is exempt from tax? Options are given: income from salary, income from house property, income from other sources, agriculture income in India. Here, agriculture income in India is exempt from tax. Option D is correct one. Which of the following is considered as agriculture income? Options are given: income from stone quarries, income from mining royalties, any rent from land situated in India and used for agriculture purposes, an income from sale of earth for brick making. Here, option A, B and D are a exception of the agriculture income. Here, any rent from land situated in India and used for agriculture purpose is an agriculture income. Option C is correct one. Question 54. House rent allowance is exempt under section dash dash of the Act. Here, house rent allowance is exempt under section 1013A. Option A is correct one. Question 55. Daily allowance received by MPs, MLAs are dash dash fully exempted. Option B is correct one. Question 56. Death cum retirement gratuity received by a government employee is a dash dash. It's not taxable. Option C is correct one. Question 57. Maximum limit for exemption of gratuity received by a non-government employees for the assessment year 2020-21 is 30 lakhs. Option D is correct one. Question 58. Under section 10D of the Income Tax Act, an amount received from a life insurance policy on maturity of policy is a dash dash. It is exempt from tax. Option A is correct one. Question 59. Mr. Vijay receives rupees 7 lakhs from LIC on maturity of his endowment policy. It includes rupees 2 lakhs as a bonus on maturity. What is the amount chargeable to tax? Here, amount received from LIC is fully exempt from tax. Therefore, option D is correct one. Question 60. The perquisites and allowances paid by government to its employee for rendering services outside India is exempt from tax. Option A is correct one. Question 61. Income of Municipal Corporation of Pune under the head income from house property is exempt from tax. Option B is correct one. Question 62. Income of a political party maintaining audited records and documents from voluntary contribution is exempt from tax. Option A is correct one. Question 63. Deduction under section 80C to 80U are enumerated in a dash dash. The deductions are enumerated in chapter 6A. Option B is correct one. Question 64. The maximum amount allowed for deduction under different schemes under section 80C is rupees 1,50,000. Option B is correct one. Question 65. The life insurance premium paid by an employee is allowed for deduction from his income up to dash dash of the sum insured. Here, deduction is allowed from his income up to 20% of the sum insured. Option C is correct one. Question 66. The selling limits for non-senior citizen deduction under section 80D is a 25,000. Option D is correct one. Question 67. Selling limit for senior citizen a deduction under section 80D is rupees 50,000. Option C is correct one. Question 68. Selling limit for deduction for maintenance and medical treatment of handicapped or dependent is suffering for a severe disability under section 80DD is rupees 1 lakh. Here, option C is correct one. Question 69. The selling limit for deduction for maintenance and medical treatment of handicapped dependent suffering for non-severe disability under section 80DD is rupees 50,000. Option B is correct one. Question 70. Dash percentage, a deduction is allowed for donation to Prime Minister Relief Fund. Here, 100% deduction is allowed for donation to Prime Minister Relief Fund. Option A is correct one. Question 71. Deduction under section 80G is 100% of the amount contributed in case of. Options are given: National Defence Fund, National Children's Fund, Prime Minister Drought Relief Fund, and all of the above. Here, all of the above is correct answer. Option D is correct one. Question 72. Deduction in respect of medical expenditure under section 80DD is available to individual and HUF only. Option B is correct one. Question 73. Mr. Anil's gross total income rupees 15 lakhs. He donated rupees 2 lakhs to Prime Minister National Relief Fund during the previous year. The deduction allowable to him rupees 2 lakhs. Option B is correct one. Question 74. Income from salary is chargeable to tax under section dash of the Income Tax Act. Here, income from salary is chargeable to tax under section 15 of the Income Tax Act. Option C is correct one. Question 75. Salary is taxable on a due or a receipt basis, whichever happens earlier. Option C is correct one. Employees' contribution to recognized provident fund is exempt up to dash percent of salary. Here, it is exempt up to 12% of salary. Option D is correct one. Question 77. Interest credited to recognized provident fund is exempt up to dash percentage of the rate. Here, it is exempted up to 9.5% of the rate. Option C is correct one. These are multiple choice questions. Remaining question will continue on next part. Okay, thank you.